Okay, so let's begin. Everybody make sure you've got all your props. So you will be needing your blocks or books or something, a strap, a blanket, and foams. Obviously, you might not have foams, so towels will be fine. That always works great. Towels, blanket, strap, foams, blocks. Okay. So we're going to start off sitting in Virasana. You're going to take your one block, place it in front of you, and then bring your knees, place your knees over, feet behind you. Take a seat down on your block. Remove the flesh from behind your knees. Let me move back slightly. Flesh from behind the knees. Make sure all 10 toes are down onto the floor. You can sit on 2 blocks if you need to, and you're welcome to also sit onto the floor if you don't need a block. Just making sure you're nice and comfy. Make sure that those knees are lifted up so you're engaging your inner thighs. And you're nice and comfy. Feet are nicely tucked in. Palms are facing up. Shoulders are back and down. Working to that core and sit up nice and straight. So we're just going to work with our breath at the moment. Close your eyes and just focus on the breath. Obviously, if this is very uncomfortable for you, you're welcome to sit in a cross-legged position. Just make sure that you settle into the pose. So close your eyes and focus on your breath. Set your intentions for today's class. Nice deep breathing in and out. So as you inhale, I want you to push your belly out like a little balloon. And as you exhale, allow the navel to work towards the spine. Nice deep breathing. Inhale, pushing out. Exhale, pulling in. So as you do that, I'll just tell you what we're up to today. So everything's about knowing what you are aiming at and achieving it. So analyze in action, not intellectually. So ask, has my mind imprinted the correct movement or not? Has each part of me done its job? If you know how to act, connect movement, the correct movement will follow. Before going into any posture, know what you are wanting from the pose. If it's a twist, if it's a bend, if it's an extension. Which exact part of the body is to operate? Where will that effect be felt? So if it's to steady the emotions, to soothe, or if it's to stimulate. Slowly drop your chin down towards your chest. A little saying for today, a Japanese proverb, vision without action is daydream. Action without vision is nightmare. Slowly begin to open your eyes. Draw your eyes along the floor until your chin is parallel. Bringing your palms together. Welcome to yoga, everybody. Let's slowly take our arms out to the side. Big inhale, lifting up nice and tall. And exhale, stretching out all the way down. Once again, inhale, lift up. And exhale down. So you take your right hand, you're going to bring it onto the left knee. Left hand's going to go around as far as you can reach it. So if you can get into the inner thigh, work it in, or just behind you is fine. As you inhale, lift up, and exhale, twist. So always work the exhale and the twist. Keep working it. So have that intention of where we're going to. We're going to twist as much as we can. So again, working with the breath, inhaling, exhale, twist a little bit more. Hold that twist and slowly turn your head to look over the front shoulder. And now back over to the back shoulder. Coming back to the front, we're going to bring your left hand to the right knee. Right hand works behind, either fingertips on the floor or working right in as much as you can. Lifting, inhaling up, exhale, twist. Work it again, inhaling and exhaling, twisting a little bit more. Hold it there and turn the head over the front shoulder and back over to the back shoulder. Wonderful, coming all the way back to the front. So we're going to work into a pose called Mandukasana. Mandukasana is like a little frog. It helps also with chilblains on your feet. So what we're going to do is you're going to bring your toes together and your knees apart. Heels, if they can touch, that would be great. And you're going to sit down onto your heels. I'm going to turn around just so I can show you from the back. So toes together, heels together if you can, and then you're going to sit down on them. Knees are right out to the side. Take a seat into it. I know it's not the most comfortable, but it's really a great pose to get those toes working, helping with flat feet. So just sitting nice and comfy there. And then we're going to bring our hands into pagoda arms. So bringing up the arms, palms into prayer, hands above the head, pushing the shoulders back, tightening that core, sitting up straight. And let's look at what we're aiming to achieve. So we want to achieve a nice lengthening in the spine, shoulders working back. Feel how those shoulder blades are working together. Feel how your core is nicely extended. Feel the knees are working down. Don't keep feeling the pain in the toes. That's not the whole idea here. You're trying to not feel that pain in the toes. It's not a pain in the neck, it's pain in the toes. So sitting up straight, just hold it for a little while. And you can do it, yes. So breathing, nice deep breaths. I can see everybody walking up and down slowly like this. Just hold it there, you can work it. Breathe into it. Nice deep breaths. A little bit longer, not much. About another 5 minutes. No, I'm just joking. Hold it. Wonderful. Let's bring our hands down to the floor. And then you can release, but slowly you'll knock your feet out. So just make a noise. Drumbeat. Yes. Okay. Let's go into our cat and cow. So knees underneath the hips, feet directly behind, hands underneath the shoulders. And let's work with our backs, being nice and flat and straight. Inhale, looking up to the ceiling. Exhale, arching the back, rounding down, looking all the way. Flattening out, inhaling up, and exhaling down. One more. Inhale up, and exhale down. Come back to the center. You're going to step your hands on one hand, step forward. Tapping your toes, you'll feel your toes working now. And slowly working into your down dog. Stretch it out, lengthen. I want you to feel the lengthening from the hands all the way to the shoulders. From the shoulders to the tailbone, from the tailbone to the heels. Walk it out side to side. Release the neck, head side to side, and up and down. All right. And let's slowly start to walk your feet towards your hands. Bunion bones are going to touch, ankles are going to get apart. Stretching the hips forward, releasing the head down into Uttanasana. And then bringing your hands into prayer position. Roll those shoulders back, lengthen through the spine. Nice straight back, hinge from the hips as you come all the way up to standing. From here, lift the arms up to the ceiling. Urdhva Tadasana. And arms coming down either side. So lift your toes up and place down one toe at a time, baby, second, third, fourth, and fifth. And then slowly onto the toes, up you go. Hold it there a moment and slowly down. So from here, we're going to work into our head balance, into Sirsasana. You have different options. Obviously, the warnings with Sirsasana, if you are menstruating, if you have high blood pressure or neck displacements or any problems with your shoulders or back, please do not do your head balance. Rather go into a dolphin or even your normal down dog. Otherwise, you're welcome to go into your head balance. You can go against the wall. So you all know what to do. I'll just keep instructing as you all go up, and then I'll come and check up on all of you. So for those who don't know what they're doing, you're welcome to work with me. So your blanket's down. You're making sure that your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders, hands into prayer. Place them together, tucking the baby fingers under, thumbs are up. Once you're there, you brace the shoulders back. You place your head onto the floor. Place the shoulders, extend, getting yourself nice and comfortable, walking up, and then slowly lifting yourself up. Working up, straightening, taking your time. Feet are flexed, bunion bones together, heels apart. And you're just going to hold there for a bit. I'm just going to come and check up on you. So keep holding. Keep holding. Don't move. Lovely. Keep holding it, breathing. You're welcome to be working to Bakasana also. It's not a problem at all. Very nice. So when you go up, just make sure you're not jumping. You'd rather slowly lifting a leg, pulling the knee in and working up slowly with control if you can. Or if you are jumping by any chance, make sure that the elbows don't move their position. Very nice, Ings. Very nice. All right, and you can start to come down. When you come down, you're placing 2 fists underneath your head, just to allow the heart rate to relax and slow down and no pressure onto it. So just surrender the heart into the space. All right, so we're going to into our down dogs. So stretching up into your down dog, extend. And slowly walking your feet towards your hands. Hands into prayer. And up you come all the way back into standing, stretching arms up. hands down. So we're going to work into our sun salutations. So let's stand at the top of our mat. I'll work to the side to make it a little bit easier. So let's start at the top of the mat. Arms stretch up tall. And extend, stretching far forward in front of you, as far as you can go. Hands coming on either sides of the feet. Inhale, lifting up and stepping back with your right foot. Extend. Flatten hands, step back with your left. You're working into a plank. Elbows bend, rolling over the toes, chaturanga. Coming up, Urdhva Mukha, opening up the chest. Shoulders back. Tuck the toes under, and let's work into a down dog, stretch out. Look at your hands, right foot, right thumb. Left foot, left thumb. Head down, hands to prayer, roll the shoulders, up we go. Big stretch, lengthen. Let's continue. Stretching forward, hands to the front, hands to the side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left leg back. Right leg back. Elbows bend, rolling forward, over the toes, hover, up you come. Tucking toes, and into your down dog, stretch out. Stepping forward, left foot, right foot. Hands to prayer, up we go. Stretching up, and down we come. Hands front. Hand side, inhale, right, left, down, up, down dog, right forward, left forward, prayer, lifting up. Nice, let's go to the left side now, hands front and side, and left foot, right foot, down we come, and up we go. Tucking toes, down dog, left forward, right forward. Prayer, stretching up, Urdhva Hasta Tadasana. Stretching forward, Uttanasana, and stepping back, right, left, Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva Mukha, into Adho Mukha. Right, left, prayer, stretch, forward, side, inhale, left back, right back, down, up we come, down we go. Left foot forward, right foot forward, prayer, stretching up a little faster, so front and side, inhale, right, left, down, up, down dog, right forward, left forward, prayer, up we go, keep going, hands front, hands side, inhale, left, right, down, up, down dog, left forward, right forward, prayer, up we go. Let's do a few jumping rounds. So hands front, hands side. If you don't want to jump, you just step back right and then left. Jump, down, over the toes, tuck, jumping forward. Hands to prayer, stretching up, front and side. Inhale. You'll go left and then right if you weren't jumping. Down, up, down dog, jumping forward, prayer, up we go, front and side, inhale, jump, down, up, down dog, jumping forward, prayer, up we stretch, front and side, inhale, jump, down, up, down dog, jumping forward, prayer, up we go, front and side, inhale, jump, down, up, down dog, jumping forward, prayer. Let's do one more round, so that's a 2, hands to side, jump, down, up, Down, down, forward. Last one, let's go for it. Front side, inhale, jump. Down, up, and jump forward. Pray. Big stretch, hands to your heart. Wonderful stuff. Everyone pull up the pants. Okay, not so long they're around my feet at the moment. Okay, grab your blocks, place them at the back of your mat. That's if you have blocks. If you don't, make a plan. So we're going to stand in the center of our mat and we jump our inner leg distance apart. So jumping our legs, inner leg. So inner leg is from here to the floor, not from here to the floor. So if I drop down, that should be the distance. All right. So feet parallel, arms out to the side. Stretch the armpits to the fingertips. We're going to take our right foot to 90 and our left foot into 60. Hips coming back to the front, stretching out. Lengthen over to the right, extend. Working that hand down. Advanced, you just don't touch anything. You just let it hang there. Or you can just place your hand onto your block. Look down first, chin along chest. Look up. Now make sure you're in between two panes of glass. So you don't want to be leaning forward and you don't want to be leaning back. You want to be nicely straight. The other thing is you don't want to have this big hump here. You want to drop it down. Look up. If you close your eye, your left eye, you'll see your left thumb. If your neck is sore like mine is, you keep your head down. All right. Hold it and breathe. Great for poise, for balance, for helping your capacity of your lungs. And then utilizing the core and the thighs, up you come. Both feet facing forward, turning out, left foot to 90, right foot into 60, hips square to the front, stretching out. Let's move over to the left side. Hand coming down, chin looks down, chin along chest, look up. If you're closing your right eye, you'll see your right thumb. Hold it, make sure you're nice and straight. Hold and breathe. Beautiful. And up you come. Both feet facing forward. So we're going to open up to our outer leg distance. Your feet can be directly underneath the hands. Okay, this thing on under my heels is not going to work with these pants. Okay. Okay, outer leg distance. Stretching out as far as you can. Lengthen. You take your right foot out to 90. Left foot into 60. Hips square with the front of the mat. And we're working to Virabhadrasana 2 to begin with. So bend the knee, make sure the knee is above the ankle, lift the back part of the left side of the foot and place it down to the floor, the baby part. Sit up tall. Don't want you leaning here, I want you sitting up straight. Lengthen, drop the hips. You want to be parallel to the floor here. Virabhadrasana 2. Now we're working to Utthita Parsvakonasana. So you're taking your ease onto your knee. You stretch that arm over your head and open up as much as you can. So you don't want to cover your face, you want to open up, frame the face. Stretch and hold. Either you're going to hold it just as it is, or you can take your right hand and place it down either onto your block or onto the floor. And keep twisting. Keep pushing down the left baby toe side of the foot. and extending. Really advanced, you're welcome to bring up both arms. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Back to Virabhadrasana 2. So holding out, looking over to the side. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Straighten legs, both feet face forward. Okay, let's work to the left side. Left foot to 90, right foot into 60. Hips square to the front. Working to Virabhadrasana 2. Bending down. Thigh parallel to the floor, pushing down to the baby toes. You're really lifting up that heel. Extend, opening up. Look over to the left side. Lift up the body slightly so you're not leaning there, you're lifting up. Hold and breathe. Make sure the thighs parallel. Now take your ease into your elbow. Bring that arm and stretch it straight past. Hold it there. Look past the hand. You don't even look at the hand. You can't see the arm. It's past you. Either you hold here or you can bring that hand down to the floor. Keep stretching. Keep that line in line. This line straight as it is. Keep looking up if you can. So you still can't see the arm. It's behind you. For those who really want to go into advanced, you're welcome to go up. And then slowly you're going back into Virabhadrasana 2. So coming back to where you were, looking over that arm. Hold it there. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's straighten both legs, feet to the front. Lovely. So that really helps a lot with stamina. Also strengthening the thighs, the ankles, the arms. I'm sure you felt it all over the body. So strengthening and stretching a lot of the body. From there, your heel toe, fingers together, and let's jump back in. We're working to Virabhadrasana 1 and Virabhadrasana 3. Just move the blocks out of the way. Stand at the top of your mat. Okay. From here, I want you to step back with your right foot onto the toes. You're making sure the knee is correct. The toe, the leg is straight behind you. Not bent knee. Straighten that back leg. Okay. You want to make sure your hips are square. Take the arms up above your head. If your lumbar spine is hurting, you can lean forward slightly. Otherwise, stretching up. Advance, I want your hands together. To work into Virabhadrasana 3, we're going to lean forward. I'm just telling you what we're doing first. We're going to lean forward, extend abdomen to thigh, and then work our back leg up. Keep pointing the right toes to the left heel to keep the hips aligned. So you're extending forward. We can work together now. And lifting up the back leg, hips are square. Hold it there. Make sure you're dropping down that right hip all the time. Left hip is up. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stepping back. Up you come. Lovely. Let's take a step forward. And release the arms for a moment. All right, well done, well done. Let's work to the other side. So, hands into your waist to step back. Make it easy. Step back with your left. Oopsie, oopsie. Make sure you're pushing into the back heel. You straighten that back leg. Your knee is above the ankle. The thigh is parallel. Hips are nice and square. So get yourself square. Now let's take those arms up. If you're comfortable just like this, you stay like this. If you want to go advanced, you place the arms together. I'm going to hold it here for a moment. Breathe into it and extend. Keep lifting, keep extending, hip square. Remember, don't work the lumbar spine. And then slowly going to start to extend forward. Start to lift the back leg, keeping the hip square. Whoa, it's a little wind in the room here. Okay, make sure you're flexing the back foot, you're dropping down your left heel, left hip. And let's just hold for a bit. Keep holding. Keep holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it back. Lift arms. Fantastic. Step forward. Beautifully done, guys. Release those arms. Fantastic. Take your feet hip distance apart, so that's 2 fists. And we're working to Ukata-san. So let's bring those arms up. Take a seat. Keep the knees and the legs parallel. Make sure the feet are slightly facing in. Sit down. Make sure you can see your toes all the time. So you can say good evening to your toes or good day. All right. Pelvis is going to turn a little bit forward and you're straighten your back. Make sure you can see the toes again. Sit down a little bit further. Pelvis forward. Straightening up. If you want to bring the hands together, that's great. Sit down. See the toes. I'm going to hold it here for a bit. So we can just do 15 seconds. Keep sitting. Straighten back. Look at the toes. Check that they can be seen. Make sure the knees aren't coming together. Sit and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly control standing up. Release the arms. Okay, let's work into Prasarita Padottanasana. So we stand at the top of our back of our mats. I want you to take your legs out to outer leg distance. Try and be on the line of the back of the mat. It's really nice to work with the line. And feet slightly facing in. If you haven't got such a great forward bend, you're welcome to put blocks in front of you underneath the shoulders for just now. You're welcome to do that. All right, so standing nice and tall. You take your hands and you place them behind you. Either you can hold your elbows or you can place your hands into prayer. So you place them into prayer and then turn them upwards. Placing them into prayer, turning them upwards, shoulders back and down. Sit up tall, don't let your buttocks go back, keep it nice and forward, your hips forward. And let's lengthen through the spine, coming to a halfway mark. Flat back, as if I would put a cup of tea there. Holding it there, nice breathing. Great digestive properties from this. Hold and breathe. Just breathe. Now you're welcome to put your hands underneath the shoulders, place them onto the floor. So if you need blocks here, you use your blocks now. Back is nice and flat. So you can either just stay here, and for those who can get down a little bit further, you can take the heel of the hands in line with the heel of the feet. So nice in line with the back of your mat. You keep your elbows to bend inwards to the back and drop the head. It mustn't touch the floor, it must be just above the floor. So I can still turn my head. Straighten the legs, pull the inner thighs. You must pull them inwards. So turn those thighs inwards. Keep stretching the legs and dropping down. Just working it, extending. I want to lengthen my back. So I can feel I can go up a little bit straighter to get a little bit more of a stretch. And hold. Slowly walking my hands back out, directly underneath me, underneath the shoulders. Heel toe the feet in slightly. And then we come down to take a seat on the floor, working into Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet together and knees out to the side. So you're going to hold into the feet, you allow the knees to come out. So bring your buttocks towards your heels, or your heels towards your perineum. And just allow the knees to work down. Don't bounce, whatever you do. Just sit up nice and tall. And slowly, if you want to, you can work into nice forward bend, just pushing yourself forward. Those of you who've got a really good forward bend, you want to push the knees down and slowly work down like so. It must be a flat back. Great for the ankles and great for the, what's it called? I'll get it now. Strengthening your ankles, yes. And up you come. Okay. So from here, we're going to open up our legs out to the side into Uttanasana Konasana, a wide triangle. So open yourself up. Place your hands behind you and try and push yourself a little bit more forward. Flex those feet. You may need to have a strap here. So if you want a strap, grab your strap. And you're flexing your feet out to the side, sitting up nice and tall. You want to sit onto your anal mouth. I love that word. Okay. So you want to really be sitting up nice and tall and stretching into it. So lifting up, extending, flexing those feet at all times. So we're going to work to our right side first. So I want you to take your left hand and place it into the left hip here. Push that down. Take your right hand behind you and now start to twist and turn. As you turn, I want you to keep that left hip down. So twist as much as you can. Now keeping that twist, I want you to grab, so you've got to, everything's now nicely agreed to. Take a strap, if you're using a strap, place it over that foot, or you can grab that foot, you're grabbing that foot. You'll start to work yourself forward, but the difference is I want you to focus on keeping down. I can see myself moving. I want you to focus on keeping down your left hip. So my left hip has to stay down. If you feel that lifting in any way, I'm trying to make lifting, you need to come back up. So keep that down and focus on going forward. The other thing is to focus on also getting your shoulders nice and square to extend yourself forward. Keep the feet up. So what tends to happen is you tend to go forward with your foot. Keep the feet up and extend, stretch forward. Focus on that hip going down. Back as flat as possible and you're lengthening into it. Beautiful. Hands on either side, lift yourself up. Okay, so we're going to work to the left side. So what we're going to do is you're going to take your right hand, place it onto the right hip, push that down, twist, 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 as much as you can. Twist, keeping that hip down. Twist. Don't let the foot fall out. Both feet are facing up. Now, keeping that twist, lean forward just slightly. Grab your strap. If you're using a strap, place it around. And then slowly start to extend. Working yourself forward, keeping down that right hip. Breathe into it and extend. So these are pure forward bends. They're not twists as such, because twists will be opening up to the side or completely around. We're doing a perfect twist of the flattening and extension of the body with the feet up. Don't let the hip rise. All right, hands on both sides, walk yourself up. Now facing forward, I want you to take your strap. You can either place it around both feet, or a lot of you can actually reach your toes. So you'll touch your toes here, and you'll try and lengthen yourself forward as much as you can. Those of you who can go onto your elbows, Work onto the elbows because it's great. Even if you put blocks or something underneath the elbows, you can kind of twerk your buttocks back. You can lengthen and flatten the back through it. So you're not rounding the back, you're lengthening, flexing the feet up and working up. You want to work as far as you can and go down. So extend, stretch, and work down into it. So I'm still extending my feet up and I'm still pushing my back down. So I'm not, there's no roundness on the back. And then slowly walking yourself all the way back up. All right, you help the knees, bring the feet back up. Okay, move slightly forward so you find your sitting bones. So release any buttocks behind there or flesh. Okay, and we're going to Navasana, Paripura Navasana, our full boat. So from here, I want you to roll the shoulders but lift the chest. Okay, abdomen's right by the thighs. Then you lift up your legs. Don't lean back, so you're still sitting up nice and close. The feet, I'll turn it to the side. So I'm not leaning back, I'm still sitting up nice and close. You can either just stay here. This is option one, stay right here. Because if you lifted your legs, you would still be feet above head. That is the idea. Otherwise, you can take the arms up to the side. So if you can hold it there, that's great. If you can lift the legs and stay up here, please work into full Paripura Navasana. We're just going to hold it for a little bit. So let's hold. Hold it. Make sure you're sitting on those sitting bones, not onto the sacrum or the coccyx. You're not lying onto the back. You're right forward. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place down, just push up. Nice. So you're working to Ardha Navasana, so stretch those legs out. This is a toughie, I must admit this is a toughie. That one was working the intestines, now we're working to the liver, the spleen, and the gallbladder. To do this, you should be starting from the floor. So we're going to lie ourselves down completely. Your back needs to lift off the floor. You're making a little boat underneath. So your hands go behind your head. You lift up. You see now my back's not off the floor yet. It's just kind of my shoulders up to my thoracic spine is off. Then I'm going to lift my legs. Now you can come off the floor and get my eyes and my feet perfectly aligned with my hands behind my head. Oh, there we go. That's where I'm going to hold it. Okay, elbows a little bit out. There, I'm in the right spot. My eyes and my feet are aligned. And back down. I want you to try and work into that one. It is quite tough. If you find you can't even, it's not an option, you can start sitting up because it's a little bit easier. So you take your hands and you actually lie back into it. You'll see your back starts to round and then lift the feet up. Get your eyes and your feet in line. And if this is still not an option to be able to hold the arms up, you can bring your hands, but you're going right low. Flex the feet. Okay, so I want you just to give that a go in different ways. Ideally, you want to start lying down, hands behind the head, and then lifting up. So I'm just going to check out how you're all doing. Very nice. So Ing, see if you can bring your hands behind the head. Oh, is it not an option? Ooh, ah. Okay. I can see some laughing, a lot of giggling going on in the Come, let's, you can do it. Up, 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 up. Yeah. Very nice. Okay, release all of you. Lovely, lovely, lovely attempting. Okay, how's that sound? Beautiful. Okay, up you come. So let's come sitting. We're working to Trianga Mukha Pada Paschimottanasana. It's a nice long one. So grab a strap, grab a blanket, and your block. So what we're going to do, great for swollen knees and sore ankles, you're going to take your left leg twist out, your right foot's going to come back. I want the knees together, foot back. Now, you'll notice I'm okay with my hips here. This is abnormal. Most people have to sit on something. So you take the block and you would sit, or a blanket. Block or blanket, you place it underneath the left hip to try and get the hips nice and square. Okay, I want the hips square. You've got the foot down, your right foot is on the floor with all 5 toes flat. The hips are nice and square, the knees must be together. Flexing out your left leg and sitting up nice and tall. So just find the space to sit up nice and straight. And then from there, if you need your strap, you place it around your foot and you work it down into it. Some people might not need this strap because you're up and a little bit higher. Otherwise, you should extend to that foot and lengthen forward. So stretching as far as you can go. Working your head down. You should be feeling nicely into the hammies. Some people feel a lot into the glutes. Some people feel a lot into the knees and into the ankles. So just working into it. Some people feel groins pulling. And some people feel everything. And slowly up you come. Okay, so we're going to work to the other side. So you're sitting in your block. Slowly release that leg. Move your block over to the right side. Straighten out your right leg. Bring your left leg in. All 5 toes on the floor. Knees are nicely together. Feel your hips that they're nice and equal. Very important that the hips are equal. Foot is flexed. If you're using your strap, please place your strap over your ball of your foot with your right foot. And then slowly extend, lengthen down, stretching into that leg. It will feel different on both sides. What should feel, if it's not, you're lucky. I can even feel a difference on both sides. You might feel pulls in a different place on either side. Or you might feel it just hurts much and a lot on each side. Then you won't know the difference. Then I understand. Alrighty, up we come. Okay, release that leg. So we're working to our shoulder balance into Salamba Sarvangasana. What you're going to do is you're going to either use your towels or your blankets, or if you've got foams, that's great. So I'm going to just use foams. I'm going to show you how I'm going to set up. I'm using foams. You can use blankets or towels. So imagine these are my towels that I'm placing out. I'm just putting a blanket on top of that to make it a little bit more comfortable. You make sure that your head goes onto the floor. So your head's on the floor, your shoulders are on top. The whole idea is to look after that occipital bone just right on your neck here. It's about the third vertebra down. And by protecting that, you don't want to hurt your neck in any way. So I've got my head on the floor, my neck is onto the support, my earlobes, if I turn side to side, my earlobes are there, my hands are down. So if people have problems going up into this, you can always play, so you can work against the wall, or if you don't want to do this, just put your legs up against the wall. So you'll put your buttocks here and you'll take your legs up against the wall. That's also just good enough. Try not to turn your head side to side when you go up. So I'm going to take my legs over. I'm saying that I'm not turning my head side to side. I'm going to work onto the shoulders, the tips of my shoulders, by getting my arms right behind me. Then I'm going to bring the elbows in, place my hands onto my back, lift up the legs, and push my hips forward. I want to get as straight as possible to work my hips forward and lift up my legs. So my chest and my sternum are straight in line with my pelvis, my pubic bone, and above that are my heels. Try and work into it, try and hold it, and work and stay here for as long as you can. Try and join it, try and bring the elbows in. And from here, you can play around. You can work into nice different little movements. You can work one leg down at a time. Try to work the hips, move the hips too much. So you're just working one leg down at a time. You can work into your eagle legs. Okay. You can open up wide. You can have a little fun. But try keeping those hips nice and forward. Advanced, you can always try work into the full pose. Both arms up. Oh, let me get my balance. So try and enjoy it and have fun. Feet are flexed, toes are together, heels out. Exactly how you would stand. So I'm just in Halasana. So when you come down, you're working to Halasana, legs straight over the head. You could take hold of your blanket, your mat on either side. Roll down, very controlled. Very, very controlled. Very nice. Release, just lie there for a moment. So there is the pose we do after that to help with the thyroid and restoring pose is your Padasana. So I want everybody to move their supports out of the way. And then we're going to work into Padasana. You're going to place your elbows onto the floor, lift yourself up. Lift up the chest, arch the back. You want to work in a little bit more with your elbows so you can slide them down and work onto the crown of the head. Once you're on the crown of the head, lift those arms up, lift the legs up. Hold it here to open up the sternum, releasing the thyroid. Hold. Place the feet down, place the elbows down, and release your head down. Beautiful. Bring those knees in, give them a nice hug. And that was that. Well done, everybody. You can work into a nice happy baby, making sure your tailbone's on the floor, shoulders on the floor. Have a little stretch, whatever direction you want to stretch. And then let's get ready for relaxing. Okay. Well done. So make sure you're nice and warm. Palms facing up. Close your eyes. And just surrender. And slowly start to wiggle your toes. Rub your thumbs over your fingertips. Turn your head from side to side. Take your arms and stretch them over your head. Have a good yawn and a good stretch. Slowly bring your knees to your chest. And roll over to your side. Aristotle says, we are what we do repeatedly. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. And slowly come to a seated position. May there be peace to the north, peace to the south, peace to the east, peace to the west, peace above, peace below, peace within and peace without, and most importantly, peace with you and your family. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.